Hi, we're going to start soon if you wanted to sit down with us. Hi there, we're going to start real soon if you wanted to sit down. Welcome everyone to the Thickened Potluck, the first such Thickened Potluck at the ANU School of Art and Design Gallery. Thank you so much for your support. We're framing this from this idea of off-center extreme environments, and Australia being one of those. I would just say to feel zero stress about the introduction to the edible ingredient or dish that you brought, because what we are interested in is just speaking about and eating food together.
Lindsay spoke about this idea of extreme off-centre locations, and it was an idea brought forward by a researcher by the name of Libby Robin, who situated Australia and Sweden as off-centre locations for food research. Never in a million years did I think I would live in the Arctic, and never in a million years did I think that it would remind me of home. And so with this work we kind of think about how can we come together through food, because every living thing on the planet eats.
And one that you can actually access.
So the ingredient that I brought in today and that I've made for us all is a reishi mushroom tea. Quite interested in thinking about how we might, through drinking tea or ingesting and digesting these materials as they're edible, how we might have other kinds of experiences, other ways of engaging with more than human others, other than just a kind of a pragmatic way of making materials that have ends, but how might we kind of engage with them in other ways that make us think differently about organisms like fungi that we collaborate with.
I brought this along. This is a brick of refined beeswax. Has anyone ever had a goo before?
I made salts made from pig's trotters and a tail, and you boil it all up until it turns into a gelatinous gooey paste.
Do you want to show us your mystery box?
Is it milk?
It's not milk. So it's not milk. It's not tea. It's sake. It's sake that is served in these individual portions that look like a juice box.
What I've brought are biscuits, and they are quite old. This is a batch of hardtack that I made in 2019. It's still fine. Have a taste. This is the Saloon Pilot Cracker made in Honolulu. I think there's a continuum of biscuitry that goes from something like hardtack that would have been carried, on a long ocean voyage, to something like this that might roll around in our pockets, in our handbags, something like this. And I think some of these foods are core to the cultural environment and the political damage that we are inflicting.
Today I've brought some kiwi fruit from my gardens at home. One of the things I'm interested in with plants in general is their movement around the world and how that kind of tells us other bigger stories about culture.
The food that we brought is Vegemite with cheese. Because one of the enduring kind of culinary memories of Sweden is surströmming, which is fermented rotten fish in a tin.
And how do they eat it? On bread?
On bread with chopped red onions, with potatoes, lemon juice, dill.
Like herring?
Yeah, how you would eat normal cold herring, which I love. Herring's beautiful. Yeah, this is literally putrefied.
I feel like I can do it.
In the context of this exhibition, of course, the first thing that's on your disaster ready list kit is fresh water in water bottles. So the first thing that's always there, batteries, a torch, fresh water, it's always up the top of the list. And the irony is we're sort of listing that as an essential item, the water, but actually what you're doing by using that water is further exacerbating climate change.
My idea was to be serving congee at this point, but the congee will remain in the pot until it is safe. And I figured out actually that we'll be listening to the congee through the steam that is escaping this Instant Pot intermittently, which you've been hearing probably for the last 15 minutes. I think that these, while they are kind of, very rudimentary circuits, do open up a different way of thinking about the more than human world. I think that really hopefully connects with some of the work that's going on here.